what, because they just came as a whole to us. And 1 second, it's just gone down. The bans were Karthus, Kennen, Vlad, Nidalee, Corki, and Amumu, and the picks were Ash, Rumble, Sona, Malzahar. Oh, we can just show them there. Yeah. That's just a lot easier, isn't it?
So yeah, as you can see, Wizards picked Arani has gone Ramos, Exeter's gone Kassadin, Ash for Barbecue, Babetta. Oh, we've had a change of player. We've had a few changes of players for Wizards here. Babetta's gone Malzahar and Jana for Kado. On your side, we have Rake on Brand, Nif on Sona again, Candy on Caitlyn this time. We saw Candy on Caitlyn the other day, very good on that. So that's going to be Nif and Candy in the bottom lane. Xylor was on Alistair and Rumble for Kevin. So that is the picks as I go the gentleman Jogath. And we'll be ready to start, hopefully. Yes, we're all locked in, and we're all going to go. So it is going to be the second match. It is third match, sorry. It's 1-1. It's all square, best of 3. Who will go through to face SK? That's the question. That'll be... obviously, there'll be none of the other teams can kick off until these games are finished, which is what they're waiting for. If you are tuning in to watch Fnatic by Revenge, we actually go... they actually started probably about 20 minutes ago now, while we were midway through the last game. Frankly, there was too many delays. You'd have been sat staring at whatever, us randomly walking around the studio with Joe's music for a good half an hour. So we thought, you know what, let's show the other game. So that's what we did. So here we go. We are going into it. As you can see, exactly what we were talking about. The Ramos and Alistair are going to be the two junglers for Gamedde and Ramos. Pick-wise, you know, this looks fairly even again. These guys have been picking pretty even teams. Has to be said, the first game, as we saw, obviously we didn't see it, but the score-wise, we saw it went very heavily in the way of Wizards. Yeah. Last game kind of steamrolled quite quickly in the favour of Gamedde after a couple of team fights. Caitlyn and Sonic, we saw them. If you missed it on Monday, we had Fnatic versus Gamedde. A very strong lane partnership was Candy and Nif. So, I mean, you know, Alistair Jungle, we've seen him already today. In fact, Alistair Jungle, it was... I forget who, but it didn't actually work very well.
No, not really.
Whereas he can jungle really well. We've seen Rumble. Kevin actually played Rumble. No, he didn't. It was Fnatic with Rumble versus... I forget who. My memory's not great, but you can check it all out. And it's all on video on demand somewhere. Yeah. So here we go. We have Wizards stepping up in mid. We have Gamedde around the left-hand side. And are we going to see a fight? Probably not. We've not had a good level 1 fight yet. They tend to... Ooh, Babetta goes a little bit closer. He might find himself in deep water. I think Xyler's going to have flash. Yes, he will. Whether he's going to flash and pulverize at level 1 is another matter. I wouldn't have thought so. No. They're just gonna step away. Lots of posturing. No actual killing. It's going to be a general start. So let's have a quick look at what they've built to start with. They've not really built anything. They've just bought the basic items. So Doran's Blade expected on Ash and Caitlyn. Doran's Ring on Brand and Alistair. The Regrowth Pendants on Ramos and Jana. So Philosopher's Stone's probably going to be built there. You can use your stuff. And Fairy Pendant on Sona. Ooh.
Joe forgot to turn his phone off.
Joe forgot to turn his phone off. You know, I was worried because it's the same ringtone as mine. I was like, I'm sure I silenced it. I had to actually think straight away. So it looks like they're going to go straight in blue. Rommel's going to pull it. Is he? Or is Rake going to pull it? So Rake's going to go top versus Malzahar. So it's going to be Brand versus Malzahar up top. Babetta's going up there. Kassadin versus Rumble in mid. And Jana Sona versus Ash and Jana. Sorry. Caitlyn.
Try again.
Yeah, Caitlyn Sona versus Ash Jana. They're the words I was hoping to get before I replaced my teeth. So here we go. It is going to be early silence ball. I don't think Kevin was quite expecting it to do that much damage. He's actually gone for a Doran's Shield early on extras rather than a Doran's Ring. So knew that he was going to be facing a rather aggressive level 1 hero, and that's exactly what he's doing. We just got a Clairvoyance down onto a fairly low hit point, Alistair. So they're just tracking him, and you can see Ramos spinning up. Actually going to go around the back side of Kevin early on here. Going to have a little poke, level 2, going to get the stun in him, going to get a little bit more damage. Just to poke him and keep him out of that lane, keep that aggression down. Meanwhile, down the bottom, it's going to be pretty much even stuff. Looks like Malzahar's had the early push on Brand. They're going to force him back a little bit. I don't know whether he's going with the silence bar early on or with the dot. I'm guessing we'll soon find out in a second as soon as he does it. Meanwhile, Rumble's had another little poke down the bottom there. It's judging by the speed that he's backing away, it may be the dot. Rake's being very precautious here on Brand. Didn't have much luck in the first game we saw. I think he was 2-5-3. I don't know. Obviously, we've no idea what lanes, who was what, where, when, and why in the first game. But all we can tell is that Candy is pushing down the bottom quite aggressively. Meanwhile, at the top, so they're leaving a lot open for the junglers. There's a lot of room to get ganks early on, should they require. I expect to see them around about the 5-minute mark, though.
Yeah, a little bit longer, I think, for that one. Candy just using that extra range that he's got on Ash just to harass that little bit. And so far, it's been working out fairly good. The Piltover was actually connecting quite nicely onto Barbecue the last few times. And they have to be a little bit careful, I think, of this. I mean, obviously, Candy can poke, have a couple of shots at the tower here and there. But generally, it's just a nicely pushed up lane. And actually, Candy misses the easiest Piltover out of them all there. And that mid, we do have a little bit of trouble maybe for Kevin. And Aranya decides, nah, I'm just going to back away from this one. We'll actually just sit there in the bush. This is an interesting move from Aranya, actually. I mean, Kevin didn't see him, I didn't expect him to just stay hanging on there, and he could be in a little bit of danger. In comes Zyla, and he is going to go aggressive. Aranya thrown back into the tower. Is he going to hold on to this one? And he's so low, but he should be able to get away. Yeah, Powerball will see him a lot safer out of that little fight. And Top is even kicking off as well. Yeah, but Better is low. He's actually popped the healing potion. And now he's just going to... Top, bottom, middle, left, right. What's going on? Kaido taking damage. And yeah, Barbecue as well will have to sit. And middle now kicking off maybe a little bit. Kevin going aggressive there onto Exeter, who of course playing Kassadin in that middle area. But a great, you know, high action start to this third and final game in this one.
Yeah, and you'd have thought they'd be cautious, bearing in mind this is obviously the game that's going to knock someone down to the lower bracket, and the opposition will be playing. I'm getting waved at from a window to let you in. Someone's no random.
Oh anyway. God, people. They won't let it in. So, well, you go do that. Anyway, we'll sort that out. That was a bit random. I wasn't quite expecting that. But anyway, Brand's going to get caught out surely here. What are you doing? Brand's actually going to get the stun on him. Nicely done there, but I think Pabetta's going to back away. He's a little bit unlucky. The fact that Alistair was coming around now. So if Alistair had been there, that almost certainly would have been a kill. Meanwhile, in the bottom mid there, you can see a bit of push, and he's trying to keep his best he can on him at the moment. Trying to poke him as best as possible. Ramos is going to pick up the race down the bottom. Let's have a quick look down the side there. Looks like he did try and have a dive for the Piltover there. Didn't quite get the shot on him. I think whether he missed it or not, we just caught a glimpse of it there. Malzahar is going to back away. Alistair came around the side there. Had a good go at Brown though, didn't he? Took him down to 170 health there, I think, around about. But again, like I mentioned, Candy is very aggressive on Caitlyn. It does a lot of damage, and Ash is going to have to port away. He's got Doran's on, gonna back away. Will the Piltover go back across them? And no, he's gonna back away. Meanwhile, Ramos is gonna have a spin up the top there. It's just Xylor on Alistair. Obviously, just sent Brand packing. He's gonna be quite aggressive, try and force as much, and he's gonna go back and take the jungle, Joe. So as it is at the moment, the as expected, Candy being very aggressive, trying to keep Ash from porting. I think keeps popping that Piltover. He's gonna walk up again, do it again. Yeah, just prevented Barbecue from teleporting back. Saying, I just need to buy. I just really need to buy. I'm quite low on health. Level 4, and it is working well. Let's have a look at the CS. How's the CS working for them? 45 to 31. So, yeah, good 15 ahead already. So, starting to build a good advantage here. He's going to walk in, do another Piltover across them. Just use the passive that he gets on Caitlyn, scoping, sniping. Rumble is getting pushed in mid here. Ramos is going to spin. I'm not too sure we're just going to catch the stun on the embassy. Well, flash through just about. He's going to actually tower dive. Dangerous stuff there. Needs to be cautious. Taunts him, tries to pull him away from it. Not going to happen, though. And put him quite low on health, though. 144. Obviously, that ignite finishing off. It looks like Son has actually ported back down bottom. So, yeah, Ash had finally gone back as well. So, I'm going to see what they buy in a minute. But Malzahar returns to top. So, still no first blood, but very close fights at the moment. Yeah, very close. And obviously, Candy, it has to be said, doing a great job of controlling that bottom lane so far. Utilising that extra range, utilising the Piltover. We've actually got Zyla, who's going to come up behind Kassadin now. Exeter has to be very careful. He has to choose his exit wisely, and he will get himself out of there without any problems whatsoever. Nicely done by Exeter, and he'll just come straight back into that lane and should get himself some nice free farm.
Yeah, indeed. So Nif has been back and bought. He's got himself some boots, got a load of wards on him as well. Rama's spinning down the bottom here. They can already see him coming. I think they got a clairvoyance down. He's going to get out. Alistair's actually working his way, and they're using a nice little trap back, knockback there. Gamedde has been taunted up. Going to try and get a lot of damage.